So you want to be a dive instructor, but you've got some time before you do your IDC. Is there anything that you can do to just improve your performance? Hi, all of you awesome scuba divers out there. Welcome to the Scuba Diver Magazine channel, and welcome to Ask Mark, our scuba diving Q&A, where I, Mark, a former dive instructor, do my best to answer your scuba diving questions. So if you do have any scuba diving questions, pop them down in the comment section underneath this video. Use this Ask Mark hashtag to get it featured in an up and coming video. And yeah, in the meantime, I type out an answer so you can answer sooner rather than later. But yeah, today I'm answering a question from Michaela all about how to prepare for the IDC. So Michaela says, "Hi Mark, I'm preparing to do IDC. Would you have any advice about the course, like how to prepare for the presentations or any other part of the course, please?" So for the uninitiated, the IDC is PADI's instructor development course. It's basically the course where you learn how to become an instructor, and then at the end of it, or within so much time, there's an IE, instructor examination, where you're tested by people from PADI. It's not just your PADI instructor or staff instructor or course director. It is actually PADI who comes in, assesses you, and then signs you off. So it's not like most courses where as long as you do the course and you jump through all the hoops, you pass. You do the IDC to prepare you for the examination, then you do that as like a separate thing. But that's the IDC to become an instructor. The first thing is not to like panic or stress about it. Take it easy. You're gonna do great. It's just, yeah, right now, if you've got time before your IDC, it's the best time to spend time at like literally with an instructor who is teaching students. It's been a while since I did my IDC. It's probably gone like 10 years easy. So it may have changed a little bit. However, the best thing that you can do is to be in that kind of environment. When I did my IDC, I'd spent 2 years working full-time at a dive center. I know that's not applicable to a lot of people, or not something that they can do. But yeah, it really does help get you in that mindset and to almost build a routine, because you'll see how that instructor teaches a particular skill. So spend time with them in the classroom when they're teaching their open water classes or something, and you'll build up that kind of repertoire. You'll see or hear the questions that students ask, and more importantly, how the instructor deals with it, so that you can build up that like routine, and answering certain questions about specific skills and concepts. As far as the IDC itself, make sure that your the boring admin stuff is bulletproof. So all of your, if applicable where you are, your HSC medicals, I can talk from personal experience. My HSC medical ran out during my IDC, and I had to do a HSC medical during my IE day. So whilst everyone else was preparing for their presentations and things, I was in a car and getting ready to do some step tests and whatnot. But yeah, make sure that all your paperwork is all in line, is all signed off, and everything's up to date. The same with your equipment. Make sure it's serviced and checked beforehand, so that you're not dealing with a free-flowing regulator on the week of the IDC and the instructor examination. Make sure that your equipment is really set up and bulletproof. Get comfortable with the PADI way of doing things, thinking about their standards, their risk management and their outcomes, and how they like to do things. And go through the instructor manual and the course guide, and you don't have to memorize absolutely everything. They're not expecting you to know, oh, what's the instructor ratio in this particular case when there's a 12-year-old in the classroom. They're not going to expect you to remember absolutely everything. However, it's important that you know where to find that information and how to find it kind of quickly. Unless they've changed it, that kind of exam is open book. So you can have that in front of you, but you don't want to be flicking through like trying to find it. You need to know roughly where it is or where to find it. And sometimes the information can be in multiple locations. So yeah, just have a quick look. You're going to spend time in your IDC learning this kind of things. Your staff director, your staff instructor and your course director should be able to help you and show you, oh yeah, to find ratios or whatever it is, go here. And to find this, that and the other, it's in this kind of location in your course guide. For presentations, my main take is to write down as little as possible. Because if you have a literal word-for-word script, you're going to be relying on it because your brain knows that it's there, and it's not a good interaction between you. It's not natural, just looking down and reading something. What you can do, if it works for you, is to write down like headings. So you just pick a random subject. You can literally flick to a random page in like the open water textbook, find a page, what's on that, okay, this subject, and then write down like 5 headers for what you want to talk about. And then when you start, you can do it in front of a camera if you're not camera shy. No one's going to watch it unless you choose to, and just like pretend like the camera is a student, and yeah, just start talking. You have that headline, so you can say, oh yeah, so I don't know, finning techniques. So there's one finning technique and it works well because of such and such. Don't do this, do that. And when you run out of things to say, you can then look down and there's another thing. Oh, streamlining. Yes, a streamlining when it comes to like reducing how much you're breathing, because if everything's nice and slick, you can just talk until you run out of things to say, and then you get to a next header, and then you can watch that back and go, oh, okay, yeah, I did waffle about a lot of things. Even in these Ask Marks, I look back through them and I do cut out some things because I just repeat myself just to reiterate certain things, but it's a bit excessive. So just spend time, if you can, with a camera. That's a really effective way of doing it, or another diver or your instructor. So that they can say, actually, yeah, no, consider talking about this. Or I quite like analogies as well, because it's I found it helped with students just understand concept. I use cars a lot. You'll be surprised how you can use a car as like an analogy to a lot of diving and a lot of like real world situations, where your regulators, for example, so your SPG, it's a pressure gauge, but it's like how much gas is left in your car, so you know how much petrol you have left in the tank. Those kind of things. It just for the lay person, they go, oh yeah, of course, that's exactly what it's like, and it just makes it a bit easier. So I use cars a lot. You may use something else. In the water, practice your skills and practice being comfortable throughout each part of the skill. The whole thing is that you cannot obviously like freak out or like wince when you're doing like mask skills or something, because students, they're going to pick up on that. So you have to be quite zen and chilled out, and again, slow everything down and emphasize absolutely everything. It's a performance when we're demonstrating skills. I was taught to break things down into 5 sections. So for example, a mask removal skill, and they would literally in the swimming pool make me do this, where you go 1 and then you like find and break the top seal of that mask, and it's very animated and open as well, because you'll have several students in front of you. You want to make sure that everyone can see, so as you're removing it, you're turning to show everyone so that everyone can see, and all that kind of stuff. And it's like 2, and then you sweep the skirt of the mask and find the nose pocket, and then you really do like break it down into individual like sections. So think about each skill, each of the core skills, break down each of them into 5 separate sections, and then practice them in the water. You can practice them out of the water, but of course do it without talking, because you're not allowed to well, you can't talk underwater, so why would you? And yeah, really think about demonstrating and projecting to someone in front of you as opposed to just doing the skill yourself. I'm sure you can do the skills, obviously, but it's so that other people can see it. So really tilt everything towards someone else and turn and just show people what you're actually doing. While you're there, just make sure that all of your personal setup, your BCD, your regulators is really dialed in. You've got your weighting down to absolutely perfect, because you don't want to be faffing around with that on the actual day. Oh no, I don't have enough lead. It is not a good look for a prospective dive instructor. So make sure that everything is really organized exactly where you want it. Standardize your configuration. Keep like accessories really simple. No like pointers and quackers and rattles and things. You're not going to need all that kind of stuff. Keep it really clean and simple and like PADI standard with your octo on your hip, your SPG and that kind of stuff, and your dive computer. Keep it really clean and simple. Without too many extras, and actually do some dives in that exact configuration, so that you know that your weighting is down, you know that your buoyancy and your trim is good, and you're really comfortable and bulletproof. The main thing though is just don't stress about it. The IDC is there for a reason. It's to teach you how to pass the course, basically. There's more focus on the open water side of thing. Then I think I did do some like rescue scenarios and all that kind of stuff, but there wasn't a lot taught about like the advanced open water, teaching like individual specialities and whatnot. Most of the focus was on the real core of open water, and I think a bit of rescue. But spend time with your instructor, or any instructor who is teaching real world students, because you'll pick up on certain things. And also be good at like looking for individual like failure points, because one thing that they're looking for is that you can pick up on when a student isn't doing the complete skill. They're doing most of it, but they haven't like gained neutral buoyancy or something. They want to see how you deal with that. And the best thing is to deal with it early. Just nice and, just wait. Just remember to inflate your BCD. So have a look at the entire student, and if they're not doing it absolutely perfectly, because in the instructor examination it may differ again, but the students in the case will be other instructor candidates, so just kind of they'll know what they're doing, and they should be able to demonstrate these skills pretty darn well. If they are like holding their breath when they take their second stage out and then put it back in, just wait, just remember, blow bubbles, those kind of things. Get really good with really obvious hand signals, and just be big, animated, and point out exactly what you're doing. It may feel stupid when you first start, but when you look at other instructors, that's exactly what they're doing, because it's good at presenting how you're doing certain skills. And the key is not to rush, because when you rush, you start looking a bit panicked. So just get used to holding your breath and blowing bubbles really slowly when you're doing like a tilt regulator recovery, and just real big open motions, so that you can find your second stages, choose the right one, put it back in, exhale, all these kind of sort of hand motions and things. But for most of it, you're going to learn it in your IDC, but spend time with your instructor ahead of time, so that they can, so that you can build their stand on the shoulders of giants, build on their routine. So learn how they teach it, and then you can add your own little whatever to it to make it your particular course. Of course, remember that you know what you're doing. You've been diving for a decent amount of time, you've been through your dive master, so you should know a lot of this. A lot of it's just building upon it, and after you do your IDC and your examination, you suddenly realize, hey, that wasn't that bad. If you can really immerse yourself in that side of things and the PADI diving world, and it just becomes second nature. Because I had been I've been working at a dive center for at least 2 years, a year or so of that as an actual dive master, helping out with courses and try dives and stuff. So I had plenty of experience and I was in that world. Then I did a 9-day IDC, I think it was. I was actually, I don't know how it worked out, but I was the only candidate on this IDC, which did make it pretty lonely at times, but at least all the focus was on me, so that if I had any questions or didn't understand something, it was immediately answered, and I couldn't just like hide in the back of the classroom. But on the flip side of it, there weren't any other candidates when I was preparing for presentations or something that you could like bounce off them and practice with them. So it was kind of lonely at times, but I got through it, and everything was fine. And then when it actually came to the examination, it was suspiciously easy. I finished the exam like half an hour early or something, and I'd gone through all of my answers and just went, well, yeah, I'm not just going to sit here, so just sort of handed my paper in, and continued on with the day. So it's not just like, don't stress about it. You'll do great, you know what you're doing, but yeah, have a look through the course guide and the instructor manual so that you know its general layout, where things are, where the information is, so that in the exam, when there is a question on a certain like prerequisite or something, you can turn to roughly the right area and know how to find that specific information. But yeah, spend time with the instructor, that would be the best thing. And good luck with your IDC. I hope it all goes well for you. I'm sure it will. Any other questions, by all means, pop it down in the comment section underneath this video. Remember to use this @smart hashtag to get featured in an up and coming video. Otherwise, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and of course, check out the Go Diving show here in the UK. There's only about a month left to get your tickets and to turn up. So there'll be a link up in the top of the corner in the corner of the screen, so that you can check it out. And I should be there. My room is booked, and yeah, I'm scheduled to be there both days, so I'll just be like wandering around with my camera, so feel free to say hello. Otherwise, yeah, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all that good social media stuff. Thank you for watching, everybody, and of course, safe dive.